Let me see who all in here. You know, let's see who. I'm trying to wait on some people. What time is it? It's late. I'm going to talk about the Last Supper. Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper painting. A lot of ones need to know some things about what's hidden. You know, I was a roster for 20 years, and I went last 6 years. I went deeper than what I know from Rastafari, and it ain't nothing but yourself. You the Christ oil. You know what I mean? I did a video about Christ, about the 33 chambers. You know, the 33 vertebrae. You know, and it talks about all of that, about the oil. This really talk about how it led to Christianity. See what I'm saying? So this here is the Last Supper, and this here should be able to overstand. It's not like to bash up people's religion and stuff like that. This is to help ones find who they really are, man. But it took me a long time, so a lot of studying and going through some things to figure out this whole text. We learning every day, you know what I mean? So let's check it out right here. You see? Let's see the disciples. These are the disciples. You got Jesus in the middle. See what I'm saying? So when you're talking about Christianity, this is not to bash anything. This is to wake people up to know what it's really about. You know what I mean? So the Christianity, if you notice, this is the Last Supper, right? Leonardo da Vinci painted this picture. It's just a Last Supper. So you got everybody, all 12. So I'm gonna break this down to you real simple. So then you'll know what who's these beings are up here. You know what I mean? So you'll understand the Christianity role of the 3 days and the 33 vertebrae of your spine, you know, to the Christ oil in your brain, you know what I mean? So, okay, this right here, if you noticed, all disciples are standing in a group of threes. See what I'm saying? You got these three, these three, these three, these three. See what I'm saying? All 12 disciples are in threes on this Last Supper picture. So, and when they in these group of threes like this on this painting, that symbolizes the 3 months, the zodiac signs, which is the season. See what I'm saying? So you have them in three groups, but 4. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you got them in 4. That's 2, 2. See what I'm saying? In the group of threes. And you got Jesus right here, or Yeshua, whoever you want to call him, in the middle. He's sitting alone. You got the 2 groups right here in threes. And these 2 groups right here are in threes. See what I'm saying? And you got Yeshua, or Jesus in the middle. See what I'm saying? You got the 4 groups of threes in the 4 seasons. Jesus is sitting alone, symbolizing the sun. See what I'm saying? The sun being sold. Okay, see what everybody's doing in here. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of things going on in this picture. It's hidden. You know what I mean? You got Jesus sitting alone, representing the sun being sold. And all the disciples in the exact order of the zodiac, starting from Aries to Pisces. You get what I'm saying? You got Jesus right here as the sun. And you got the disciples in order of the zodiac. You get what I'm saying? Starting right here on Aries right here. This is Aries. That's Aries. The sign of Aries. The ram rules the head. You get what I'm saying? So look, you got Aries right here really running it. See what I'm saying? Look. See how he's standing? That's the ram. You got Aries right here. Like I told you, you got 2 3s. Everybody's in 3s. And you got this, the Yeshua or Jesus, you want to call it, as the sun being sold. See what I'm saying? These here are the 4 seasons. These are the 4 seasons right here. You got Jesus in the middle of the sun, and these are the zodiacs in order. See what I'm saying? So you can look, this is Aries coming as a ram. You get what I'm saying? That's the head. He's standing with his hands on the table at the head of the table. You get what I'm saying? See how he got his hands? This shit right here is really some hidden stuff that's going on in these Christianity and stuff, in these religions. The Last Supper right here. This right here tell you this whole hidden secret right here. You got the ram right here is Aries with his hands on the table. See what I'm saying? That's what ones have to understand. That's the rulership. You get what I'm saying? Over the upper half of the head. See what I'm saying? Upper half of the, that's why right now the spring is coming. That's Aries. That's the head. See what I'm saying? He's ruling the whole table, really. If you see how everybody's playing their part. See how everybody's playing their part in this Last Supper. It's hidden knowledge right here. You get it? That's the brain. You get what I'm saying? That's Aries. You got Aries, Taurus, Gemini right here. See what I'm saying? You got Aries, Taurus, Gemini. And you got Cancer. You got the Leo. See what I'm saying? And you got the Virgo. See, the Virgo is the only female that they ain't telling you. They're telling you that it was no females, maybe 1 or 2, but you got the Virgo. If you look real good, all of them look feminine. But this right here that's a woman. That's the Virgo. You get it? The only female in the zodiac is Virgo. You understand? You got spring. You got these 3 right here, spring. And you got summer. You get what I'm saying? And you got the Holy Trinity right here. This is the Holy Trinity. That's the sun, the so-called sun right here. The Holy Trinity. You got Scorpio. And you got Libra. See, if you see the Libra, this is my sign. If you see Libra, he got both hands out. That's the scale balancing. You understand? That's what people are not understanding. That's the scale. The scales is because the sun is on the equinox. You get what I'm saying? Look. This whole thing is nothing but astrology. You know what I mean? Ancient. This, you got the Libra. If you look at this picture, go look at the Libra picture. Everything lined up, and you got the sun. The sun, see, the Libra balance is between the sun and the moon. That's what the sign really is. You get what I'm saying? He got both hands out, the scale, and Scorpio. You got Sagittarius right here. And Capricorn. See the Capricorn? See what I'm saying? You got the whole balance right here. Balancing this whole thing out right here. Balance between the sun, the night, and the judgment. You get what I'm saying? That's what Libra is. The night, the judgment. You get what I'm saying? Take your time. Just take your time. Go look at the picture, Google it. You might can find it. Really, nobody should be teaching nobody because you got the internet now. You get what I'm saying? So here we go right here. I'm trying to break this down to you. You get it? That's the winter. I always remember this here is the winter time right here. The fall. Everything plays a part in this life right here. This here got to do with the 12 hours. You got the 12 hours right here. 12 hours night. It's the balancing of the sun. See how Libra is right here beside the sun. See what I'm saying? That's balancing the whole thing out. Holding both arms out equally straight, symbolizing the scale of the Libra being balanced. You get what I'm saying? It's the Virgo. Let's go back to Virgo, because people need to know about Virgo right here. This is Virgo. Virgo symbolizing the only woman, like I told you, in the painting. Virgo. That's the Virgin Mary. See what I'm saying? The only female. That's the sixth person. You get what I'm saying? Along the table. And Virgo is the the sign of the zodiac, the six. See? That's the six on the whole table right there. That's the sign of Virgo. That's summer. And you got Yeshua right here, Jesus, the light of the world. You get what I'm saying? That's the light of the world, the rising sun, or the rising savior. Because they try to make you think, you see what I'm saying? That's the rising savior. The son of God, what they say, right? Jesus with his open wide, his arms, symbolizing the sun rays or the light of the earth. So he got his open so wide, that's telling you from the sun and the earth right there. See what I'm saying? The rays. That's why you see the four disciples and stuff, like in the four, like the gospels, everybody had a sun around their head. You understand? This ain't got nothing to do with no sky god or anything that I'm telling you. You get what I'm saying? So you got the Gemini. Let's break down Gemini. You got the Gemini. Gemini is what? That's the twin, right? The two twins. You got the two twins. Really twins. See what I'm saying? Hair leaving, one got hair. You get what I'm saying? Both of them got their hands, they two arms and the two lungs. Really, them the two lungs and the two arms is the Gemini, the twins. You get what I'm saying? Holding both hands is symbolizing, you know, the rulership of the hands. You know, you got two hands symbolizing the twins of Gemini. You get what I'm saying? So when you're doing that right there, you got to understand the whole principle of of this astrology and this Last Supper right here. Plus you got, let's talk about Leo right here. You got the Leo, you get what I'm saying? Pointing at the female. See, Leo pointing at the female. You get it? He pointed at the female's neck to show that there is no Adam apple. See what I'm saying? This stuff's so deep. Look at this. You got Leo pointing at the female. No Adam apple. Let me know that's the only female on the table. You get what I'm saying? He's doing this so we can identify that it's no female. See what I'm saying? That's the Virgo, the virgin, the female. The only woman in the painting right here. That's Virgo. You get it? You understand? That's Christianity. See what I'm saying? Last Supper of the Leonardo da Vinci painting right here. Y'all go back to the head, the neck, the throat, the arms, the hands, chest, heart, upper back, stomach, kidney, and bladder. You know what I mean? The genital area, the hips, bones, teeth, the nervous system, the feet. That's all connected. You get it? Leonardo da Vinci painting was portraying that in this Last Supper right here, when he was talking about this Last Supper painting, he had a great understanding of astrology, but nobody understood it. See what I'm saying? He was painting nothing but astrology. All the ancients saw the sun. You get what I'm saying? That's Christianity. This is the Last Supper. It all go back to pineal glands and all that and all of that. I broke that down to you about the Christ oil coming from the brain all the way down to the 33 vertebrae in your spine. You get what I'm saying? To the lumbar. It sets in there, then it goes back up after 3 days. See what I'm saying? That's when the pineal gland, the oil goes back up to the pineal gland. You know what I mean? So this here all talking about all that. Just go check out my last video on the Christ. You know what I mean? The oil of Christ. You get what I'm saying? Talk about all the chakras, you know, how the oil process is going through the Santa Claus, what they call Santa Claus. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard to explain to ones that ain't got their mind ain't open. A lot of people still in carnal, you know, you got a carnal mind. The Bible says that. So it means that you still in a kindergarten state. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole problem when it become this Christianity and all these other religions like this, because it's really, you, like I explained it to you before, you the only God. You get what I'm saying? So he's not telling, when they talk about Jesus wasn't telling you to follow him. You get what I'm saying? You got to you got to understand these teachings right here is hidden, and you can find yourself once all your chakras open. You get what I'm saying? So when you come to the colostrum, that's what called Santa Claus. They talk about colostrum. That's in the brain. See, everything's in the brain, in the upper room. That's where Jesus met the disciples. You get what I'm saying? Because the upper room is your temple. When they talk about the temple and stuff, the brain, that's the upper room. See what I'm saying? That's where you meet your disciples, up in your cranium, nervous system. You get what I'm saying? That's the Holy Land, the Garden of Eden. You know, that's where it's flooded. When he talk about the milk and honey in the Bible, it's not talking about actually milk and honey. It's talking about the Christ, the oil going from your brain to your lumbar. It goes through these 33 chambers that the Masons and stuff talking about. That's what it's really about. You know what I mean? So your body, just try to eat right and take care of yourself, and you'll understand the spirit of Christ, or I am. That's why he talk about I am, because that's a famous word. We all say I am, right? And don't even realize that I am about to do something. You are. That's your God. You know what I mean? You God. That's what all these people are. The Horus, Jesus, you know, Buddha, Krishna, all of them. You know what I mean? Hermes, all talking about these type of teachings right here. You know, but to the religion, the dogma came in. You know, they brought that sun worshiping in. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was doing it on them Sundays. You get what I'm saying? But really, people be worshiping the sun, because the sun brings out life. You get what I'm saying? And you know, early mornings, while you see the mist and moist on the ground, then the sun hit it, you raise up. You get what I'm saying? That's what makes this. When the sun rise, that's the 3 days that they talk about Christ rise. You get what I'm saying? It's really it's really simple once you understand. You get what I'm saying? Because you got the sun worshiping. That's why you had like you know, because you got Ra as like the moon, or the noontime is 12, right? And you got the midnight, that's 12, Osiris. You get what I'm saying? Because you got midnight and morning. 1 second is morning, and it's still darkness. Don't forget, everything come from darkness. You understand? That's what you have to realize too, because it was dark. Everything come from dark. Soil, dark. You get what I'm saying? It's not about race. This is nothing but real talk. You get what I'm saying? When they talk about the earth, when you talk about the heart, if you take earth, listen, let me give you a secret. If you take heart, take the H off, rearrange it's earth, right? So that's when you start to know about high frequencies and low frequencies. You get what I'm saying? Is when you start to understand the heart. You know what I mean? The solar system. That's the soul system. If you understand where I'm coming from, it's the soul system. It's not solar system. It's earth. Earth is the heart. You get it? You know what I mean? The soul is the system. That's you, the soul, and you got the middle of it, and and you just really you really in the middle of it, but you don't understand because how the seven planets come from the 7 colors. You get what I'm saying? It's like electromagnet colors, you know, the spectrum. They make it seem like the rainbow. And I live in Hawaii, a rainbow is out every day. So you send the whole chakras. This doesn't have to do nothing with no trans stuff, none of that stuff. This has to do with the Most High. You get what I'm saying? The spirit. You get, you know what I mean? You know, because when you start to understand how Earth is the balance, you start to realize how dualistic the good and the sad is. You get what I'm saying? How the colors start to rearrange, and how, like, when the Masonic people started doing this stuff, the cosmology, they started doing the Polaris. That's why you see a lot of their paintings and stuff have the Polaris with the eye. You get what I'm saying? It has a sun, but it have an eye. And they talk about the moon. You get what I'm saying? The moon is like the royal ark in Freemason. You get what I'm saying? That symbolizing nothing but the ark of the heavens and everything above it. See what I'm saying? So don't let these Freemasons, all this stuff, scare you if you understand what the secret codes are, because you got the 7 planets and the 7 energies. So that's the chakras. You get what I'm saying? So when you start to understand how the boat on the water, okay, like if I show you something on this Masonic, I can't find it, but the Masonic cosmology has a picture. It has a boat on water, symbolizing, you know, the etheric water outside of the firmament. What it's telling you is that when you first get to that first firmament or first heaven, that's nowhere. When you're in a plane, you're on another realm. So when you go above that, you're in another realm. So that's what he's talking about. The boat is on the outside of the firmament. See what I'm saying? When Enoch was talking about the firmament, he was going to these different heavens, seeing what was going on each heaven. So you talk how we got nosy people, you're gonna have whenever you transition or go through your roll call, you're gonna go to that heaven. It's gonna be nothing but nosy people in that realm, the same as you. You got people that talk too much, they're gonna go into heaven that they ain't gonna be able to take it because it's so much chattering. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of heavens. A lot of people don't understand them realms. You get what I'm saying? When like the Persian people started discipling the 7 heavens from the history of Muhammad, you know, and that they got a picture like up in France that shows you the 7 heavens. They got a lot of stuff hidden in these, I think it's like 50 miles long underneath the Rome, you know. When you see the stars moving around the Polaris, that's the eye. Open your eye and look at your eye. You get what I'm saying? So when you talk about the earth, that's the heart, like I told you before, because all things come from electromagnet. You get it? Everything is cells from the earth. We from the earth. We are melanated people, so we are magnetic. We are alive. So you're supposed to eat live food. You know what I mean? Once you eat dead food, you eat dead food, you can't reach that heaven-like because you're eating blood. We call it vampire. You get what I'm saying? You're taking on the mood of the animals. You get what I'm saying? If you notice back in the day, we got a lot of vegans, hippies, and naturalists are more happy and friendly because they're eating nothing but alive food. So when you're eating dead food, that's why you're in a sad state sometimes. You go both ways. You get what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing of the zodiacs and as above, as within, so without. You get what I'm saying? So these things are created by electromagnet. You know, you got this every part of the body. See, when Hitler was using the 2 flat earth map, he knew what he was doing, because that's why they started using that on the United Nations logo. You got the flat earth map. But in your Bible, when I studied the Bible, it talks about in Genesis, I think it was like 1, 6, and 8, it said, and God said, let there be a firmament. See what I'm saying? If you look at all the earth maps, you'll see a circle on it. That's the firmament. See what I'm saying? That's water. So we really on top of water and underwater. We in the middle. Water's above and below. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's as below. You get what I'm saying? As below as without, man. So when you talk about the flat earth, I know I'm getting off of this right here, but I can go all night on these teachings. You know what I mean? When you talk about like the flat earth, people don't understand about the flat earth. People think if it was flat, you'll fall off. But once you study like cosmology and stuff like that, you know, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the planets, they're all being steered in by like this rotating. It's like a recepting rotating. It's a hyper boloid, you know, that it's in the center of the earth, and it's a magnet field that that the earth, like from the North Pole, that's why they don't want you to go to these certain places like Antarctica, North Pole. See what I'm saying? And this what making the motion of the daily cycle. You get it? Yeah, I'm talking about this flat cosmology, man. Flat earth stuff, man. This is about like the 7 layers of the firmament. Okay, you get what I'm saying? There's 7 layers on this earth. There's 7 layers above this earth. You get what I'm saying? So when you go in the sky, you ain't nowhere really. You get what I'm saying? That's one firmament. You know what I mean? Each firmament had one that's like they only have. It's only one planet. You get what I'm saying? Because there are 7 layers to the firmament, and each one of the planets are on their own layers. See what I'm saying? That's why when you say they go into space or seeing other planets, it's because their own every firmament has its planet. You get what I'm saying? So this explains why they always have different speeds and motions, and also it explains why the ancients called the planets the 7 wonders. You get it? The 7 wonders. They're not even fixed like the stars. You get what I'm saying? You can go to the old paintings, man, and look at 7 layers. You know what I mean? Set and Horus. They all got it. When you get like the month of September, you really start to see the earth and the heart, because the heart of the solar system, that's the earth. You get it? So you got the sun is like magic, electric. You got the moon is magnetic. See, both of them working together. See what I'm saying? The sun is the male. I always remember that. The sun is the male. The moon is the female. You get it? The sun is electric. The moon is magnetic. The sun has a male aspect. You get it? And it's just positively charged. And the sun charges us, this melanated, and gives us energy. This is why it makes us feel like we need to do something whenever it's sunny outside. When you go outside, it's sunny. Let's get up and go. You get what I'm saying? Because the moon is the female aspect of it all. That's the magnetic of nature. The moon is attracting to energy, and it like drains you. It's time to go to bed. When shit like that, you know what I mean? It makes you want to go to sleep and rest. You get it? Yeah, because next time we're going to talk about the firmament, then I'm going to break it down to you, man. If you have any questions, hit me up, man.